Okay, so there is note taking also, but it's, I have a free version, so how much it'll last, I don't know.
I
So
think
we
it is
still
for
have,
45 minutes. Yeah, yeah.
uh, true, but the thing is that ours is a 30-minute class.
Uh-huh.
So, so we'll do, then we have, I think 10, of your business English class left, then interview classes, 30 class. So right
Sorry,
now we have to,
can you?
so just now you had signed up for 60 classes, out of which 20 uh, were done by another trainer. And now for the remaining 40 you're with me. So there's still 10 business English classes left. And then there is the remaining 30 are your interview classes. So we'll proceed with business English. Uh, I don't know how they've been going about it with you, but I have what was she doing with you, your trainer?
I think we were discussing about uh, leadership and management related questions like what have you done in your work ex and these questions we were discussing and about my hobbies, strengths and weakness, something like that.
Okay, let me have a look. I can do. What field are you in? From which kind of uh, MBA are you doing?
I am doing MBA in global supply chain management from IIM Udaipur.
Okay, so I have used ChatGPT. All right. So we're talking about procurement and supplier management.
Yeah.
How do you evaluate and select suppliers for long-term partnerships?
Okay. So what we do is there are like three, four criteria in my past company. First criteria is the kind of experience they have in the field they are working in. So if a supplier is a new supplier and doesn't have a renowned name in the market, so we as being working in L&T, we try to have some reputed suppliers, those who have certifications like ISO and some there are following statutory compliances and labor related laws. We first thing is we try to uh, get vendors which are having great
Who
which
are,
are
not
having
which are,
huh?
not
Sorry.
who are, which are, who are, not which are, who are.
Okay, who are great name in the industry. And second, we go with uh, our vendor assessment. We see what are the quality of products they are producing and is it satisfying our requirement. So suppose we need a welding and that welding is whether certified by ESME or any third party certification is there for their welders like WPQ and TPI certification. So that we can get to know that their quality is as per the industry and standards. Third, we would see the cost. So cost is a major concern in since the competition is rising in every industry, and if we are not producing our product in a minimum optimized cost, then it will be we will be run off by competition. So that's why we try to optimize the cost and try to. But first thing is quality, then we see the cost, and third is we see the delivery timeline. So delivery is very important because our projects are very time constrained, and there is a LD, that is, if we do late delivery, there is a extra cost incurred for late deliveries in our company. So
Okay.
we try to select suppliers which can deliver us on time, and that will be like mostly these four things we see. I would say how these we evaluate our suppliers.
What criteria do you use to assess supplier performance?
Okay, so supplier performance is after giving the order to the supplier, we track how how promptly they are following up with the materials. Or second thing is we see whether they are doing timely delivery or they are doing late deliveries, and we have to follow up every time for them to supply the products. So this is one important point, the delivery part. Third, I would say is the long term long term quality of the material which they have supplied or the product they have made for us. Suppose that product is having breakdown in 6 months, so then that is a bad product. We would consider it as a bad product. So this will derate the supplier performance. And one more thing is we would say is the supplier should also, like, if the supplier is having some statutory in compliance, like they are not paying GST on time. So that also
Mm.
affects the supplier performance, because our company is a big name, and our company was a big name, and there, if such incompliances are found with our subcontractors, then it is a bad image for our company too.
Mm. Just give me a sec. हाँ सीता, वो निकल आया, निकल गया। नहीं नहीं, निकल गया। अरे गए नहीं, जाओ, चले जाओ। Sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Sorry for the interruption. Yeah.
So, ma'am, I was thinking, like, uh, I answered, like, we can do review after each question, then we can move to next question, like that.
I'm not an expert, so I'm having a tough time. This is your field. I'm asking you for you to polish it up and do your own assessment. I will only evaluate you on presentation and grammar.
Yeah, so like
So you need a little
after every
tonality,
answer, yeah,
Abhinav.
sorry.
You need a little tonality, like thoda sa variation in your voice.
Mm-hmm.
This is from the point of an interview or for a presentation. You need, see, I'm not an expert in this field. Okay. We are, trainers, communication trainers, which doesn't give us a specialization necessarily. But I find that your answers these two have been quite solid. I mean, there's a lot of, they're very content heavy, but if you ask me from the presentation point of view, if I were looking at you as a presenter,
Mm-hmm.
there needs to be a little tonality up and down. Okay. And there's just one point of grammar which I should have corrected, which I did not, because I said let it pass this time. But maybe do you think that if you're answering a question like this, uh, do you think it should be very long?
Sorry, like what should be long answers?
Don't you think it should be a little shorter?
Okay, so my answers are longer as well.
Yeah, I mean, I feel that if you can quickly in your mind, see, you will be asked answer questions. So you have to quickly assess how long your answer is going to be. You're going to quickly assess what you're going to say. You have to quickly do what, we call a short sort of, say,
So,
like, when you're giving a public speaking thing on, table talks, like table talk presentation, immediately the introduction, body conclusion. If you start thinking like that, you'll immediately limit your answers. Whatever you're saying, make it into a 3 minute or 1 minute introduction, body conclusion format.
so what happens with me is like after you ask the question, like I don't know the answer, like I have full answer in starting. So I start answering and I'm thinking in back of my mind then what to answer
Mm.
next. Like that is happening with me. That's why also like
Okay.
I get stuck sometimes.
If you want, you can take half a minute, organize it in your mind in format, and then deliver. That thing you can
That
do.
is the thing I try to do, but doesn't happen. Like I have tried it.
Why
Maybe
doesn't it happen?
maybe it will happen with practice, more and more practice. Or if
Yeah,
if there is
that's
a new question, then I like these questions. These are like not very tough questions, but I have done something on them. But I have never framed the answer for this like specific questions.
never
I,
mind. You do it now. What you can do, I'll tell you as homework. What you can do as homework is you practice these answers you've given, perfect them. Just tweak them a little,
if
polish
I
them.
practice, then I will be able to speak. But the thing is, then in interviews there will be new questions. So then I again get into problems. Like that's why I want to answer like new questions. Like you have to that is making me think. These questions are making me think. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
So
So,
if I read it, I know that I know the main one. Then I think I will be able to answer. Just that tonality part will be my main issue. I think. For that, I've never found a way to how to like improve my tone and like how to take pauses in right times and
no,
emphasizes
no,
and
you will,
if it emphasize a
you
word
will,
or something like that points
no,
or
you
not.
will do that. It'll come automatically soon. So right now, let's do one thing. Let's just proceed with different questions. You
Yeah, yeah.
answer them as best as you can. When you do when you do go over the the recordings, at that point you can, give yourself some, you can assess yourself critically.
Hmm. Yeah.
Do that. And then if you want to come back, because these questions are right here. And once we are done, I'll share them with you. Can you describe a time that you negotiated better pricing or terms?
Okay, so there was a time when there was a bulk order of around $40 million, and our vendor, which was quoting the minimum price, was around 45 rupees per kg, and the second next best was 50 rupees per kg. But still, it was exceeding our estimate. That 45 is also was also exceeding our estimate. So it was very tough for us to get approval from management because we have taken order from some other company in less than that cost, and if we give that outsourcing only that more than the estimate, then it will be a loss making product. So what we did was uh, I and my team
My
we
team and I, my team and I,
my team and I,
my team and
yeah,
I.
my team and I, we had a one-to-one meeting with that proprietor of vendor, and when will we say that one-to-one? Because I was with my team and he was he was the only proprietor was there. We can say in
Okay,
person, in person meeting with we
in
had a
person, even a one, yeah, yeah, you can say face to face.
yeah we had a face-to-face meeting, and then I told us like our concerns. I told the proprietor about our concerns, like we are having uh, how we are having so much crunch for this project, and you are our regular supplier, and therefore give us an exception and try to minimize their profit for this project, and try to give us it in, even if you can do it in cost, like at your cost, you can give us a price. And we were able to get success in our finally he agreed, and we got success in negotiating at a estimated price. So that was the story of that one time.
How do you handle a supplier failing to meet quality standards?
At my last company, L&T, when our company is very stringent on quality standards, because our
Stringent
client,
about, or you
about
can just say, no, stringent has stringent quality standards.
our company,
It
L&T,
has.
has stringent quality standards, and
Mm.
we have clients from PSUs to private MNCs, and so if we not take account of the quality and pass orders to our customers like that, then it will be very it will be very bad image for our company, and that's why we have very stringent quality criteria which suppliers must pass. And what we do is actually we have a routine scheduled checks at every major process completion. So if a product completion has 6 stages, then we check for the quality of that product at every 6 stages by going to that supplier. And if he is failing, then what we do is we try to warn them, like either correct them or change the process how they are making that product. And if that
Mm.
supplier is still making that failing to meet that quality standard, then what we do is we try to find a new supplier or alternate supplier, and try to get close the project from their side. And because quality we can't compromise even if the cost is low.
Can't be compromised. Absolutely. Absolutely. What steps do you take to reduce procurement costs without affecting quality?
So I would say procurement costs can be reduced without affecting quality. That is true. And for that, first thing we can do is try to build a diverse vendor base, so that we have enough competition between vendors. And if there is enough competition, then vendors will try to optimize their cost for the process. And there is also a pressure of uh, uh, pressure of the order getting off from them. The order, they might not getting the order, so they will compete in themselves, and it will be
Amongst themselves. Amongst
among themselves,
themselves.
and it will be beneficial for our company overall. And one more thing we can do is we can reduce procurement cost by like having uh, maybe AMC or contracts. Like we can have a, if there is uh, some product which is we have to take procurement from OEMs, their original equipment manufacturers. So what we can do at the time of buying the order, we can negotiate a contract like how much we will pay for them, like yearly, how much there will be increase. So that is decided at the start only. So
Mm.
then there will be no not there, and that then we, at the time of procurement we can consider those costs, and we can take better decisions to where our cost is optimized and buy the products.
Let's move on to logistics and operations. How do you ensure timely delivery in a complex supply chain?
One thing we can do in some supply chain, complex supply chain, like there are a lot of networks and all. So what we can do is, uh, I have to think for this answer because this is a very conceptual question. First thing we can do is we can decide the way we are doing logistic in that supply chain. Either we are following door-to-door delivery, or we are following a hub and spoke model, or any other models of logistics which we are doing for that time. We have to decide the mode of delivery, and then we can optimize that by having warehouses in between, so that our delivery is not impacted by the cost, and timely delivery is also being there.
It's
And
also there.
uh,
Not being there is also there.
there I would say for timely delivery, or other thing we can build a resilient supply chain. Like if there is a disruption, like recently there was a war in Iran, and
Mm.
there was a disruption of oil markets and all. So if we have alternate suppliers, so we can ensure the timely delivery in that situation also. So our supply chains are
What
resilient.
challenge?
That's that's
Very
our.
good, very good. What challenges have you faced in logistics operations
I haven't worked in logistics, so I think this question is not relevant for me.
applicable to you?
Uh,
How do you optimize transportation costs?
Optimizing transportation costs. First thing we can do is like we have to select the mode of transportation which is suitable for our product. Suppose we are supplying heavy products, so there is a different different optimization for that heavy transport. Suppose we are transporting perishable products or some short life product, so we can consider of like air logistics and cost, even if because costs are high, but still because they have the time constraint because of perishability, and if we really want to optimize transportation, we can follow hub and spoke model and something like that, where there is a there is a we can play on the volume of the quantity. Like, if we transport more parcels, then there will be cost will be optimized, per parcel cost will be less for transportation, like that.
What strategies improve your last mile delivery efficiency?
This I think this also is I haven't been with haven't deal.
Oh. How do you manage delays or disruptions in shipment?
So if there is a delay or disruption in a shipment, so I think we have a safety stock which can help us for the disruption time, where we can use that as a input, and keep our factory in operation. And if there is still after safety stock, uh, I think there is a company should maintain a safety stock for such situations only. These are the only situations where safety stock is getting used. Another thing we can do is we can have some other alternate shipment companies which are in place. If there is some, like, some companies having some disruption, we can be or delay. We can contact the alternate shipment agency and get our order delivered in time.
Let's move on to inventory and demand planning. How do you forecast demand accurately?
Demand can be forecast. Like, there are various ways of forecasting a demand. One most important is like regression analysis. We can do from the past data. We can do regression analysis, and then we can predict the demand of the next orders. There are various type of regressions we can do, like linear and multiple linear regression analysis, or a single variable linear regression analysis, and this will this will help us in forecasting the demand accurately.
What methods do you use for inventory control?
Inventory control, there are a lot of methods to control inventory. First is like economical order quantity method, where we have to order inventory as per the under root of 2ds by h, which is the formula for time at which we have to order for inventory. And another thing we can do is for inventory, we can have safety stock or reorder and ordering at reorder point. So that in that case, there will be very much chance of inventory loss,
There will be
and
a
also
greater chance, not very much chance, a greater chance.
yeah, it will be not big, very greater chance. There's a chance of inventory loss. And second thing is also we need to consider is like if don't need to overstock the inventory, because if we overstock, there is a inventory holding cost, or might be inventory loss also because of the high inventory which is not being sold. That is the thing.
How do you prevent stockouts or overstocking?
I think this is that depends on the situation. We can optimize our inventory so that our there is no stockouts or overstocking. There is a newspaper rental model for that, where we can get the optimum amount of quantity we can hold in inventory, so there is no stockouts or overstocking. But I think they can. There is always a chance of stockouts or overstocking, because if the demand is variable, then and it is highly unpredictable, then there might be some chance of stockouts and overstocking.
Can you explain safety stock and reorder points?
Safety stock is the minimum stock that we need to keep in inventory in case of any disruption. So, safety stock generally doesn't get utilized in a company. It is the stock which is defined by sigma d root L. Z sigma d root L is the formula of safety stock, and reorder point is the point at which we are ordering stock again and again. Suppose we have an inventory of 10 and our inventory gets at 2. So 2 is our reorder point. At 2 order, as soon we have a inventory of 2, we reorder, and this happens in cycles, so it repeats cyclically.
What tools or software have you used for demand planning?
I think this is also not relevant because I haven't exposed to this demand planning.
You have been. Okay. I'm just going to see these. I'm going to uh, I'll just put these in your WhatsApp. Questions done. How did you like the class, Abhinav?
Yeah, it was good actually because I these questions had made me think. Like I haven't thought about these questions earlier, but these are even like not a very tough question, but basic question. But still, you haven't like thought specifically about it. So it's
Well,
good.
go over them and we'll finish the slot and then we'll move to, more or whatever. I'll take your feedback as well as to what we I need to go off because I have another class and I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay.